CES. You ever heard of it? Stands for Consumer Electronics Show 2020. I haven't been. I wasn't there last year. I'm obviously not there this year. But before that, dude, I'm telling you, I was up in it, as they say.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I was there, and so are you, Willie Doo.
It's a good time.
We went there, we saw it, we conquered it. We conquered CES many years ago. So now we look from afar, as we do. It's a bit safer at a distance, because my goodness, Las Vegas.
Is it though? It's so fun.
It is a good time.
It's a good time.
Absolutely, it's a good time. People are out there. I'm sure they're having enough of a good time for all of us, those that are out there this year. But it doesn't change the fact that we get to see all the things that are happening. And in some ways, even sitting here, we can kind of... Sometimes I would go there and be like, how did I miss that? What was I? Was I at the buffet or... Where was I?
Definitely at the buffet.
And so sitting here in the confines, as you could say, I feel like it's all flowing in, and I'm poised, and I'm ready to receive and then transmit. And so that's the mindset.
Yeah, you see the whole landscape.
So I'm still CES. I'm just CES here. I'm CES here.
Yes.
Stands for Consumer Electronics Show. To be honest, this is its very own Consumer Electronics Show. As far as I'm concerned, this right here is CES 2020 every day. As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
At least that's what you tell me. Sometimes. We got some news coming out of Las Vegas. Samsung Galaxy S10 Lite and Galaxy S10 Note. Not S10. This is versus. This is S10 Lite versus S10. But then we also got
The Note
a
10.
Note 10 Lite. Lite. All kinds of light things. Now, the Note 10 Lite kind of makes a little bit more sense to me, only because the Note is slightly more recent. Getting an S10 Lite with the S11 on the horizon, or S20, whatever they're going to call it, seems it's a very strange development, but it happened nonetheless. And I'm not going to get mad at Samsung for providing options to the people of planet Earth. I wouldn't do such a thing. I say, man, options are good, but you can't help but get a little bit confused about the whole landscape. They didn't give us a price on these things, as far as what I can read. I can barely read, so maybe I missed it. But I didn't see a price. I didn't see a price for this thing. So that's kind of... it leaves a lot open to speculation about where this slots in and how it interfaces with the rest of the lineup. And the reason I say that is because we have S11. First of all, with S10, we had the E version. And it came out at the time of the S10. And that was the budget model. So that gives you, for the S10 lineup, S10, S10 Plus, S10e, S10 Lite, 4. S11 on the horizon, just right off the back of the Lite version of the previous model. When do you buy a phone? When do I buy my new S? At what time how do I figure out when and where to act? I don't know. Now, granted, if they align things properly, maybe the Lite version is always sort of the previous, but it's not even the previous version Lite. It's actually a totally different phone. If you look at the front camera layout moved, the front display changed. It's not curved, it's flat. The camera layout, completely different. The camera layout looking more like the rumored S11 camera layout. So what exactly makes it an S10? Why does it have to be called an S10 at all? Well, I guess that's another area we can speculate. Maybe Samsung, maybe they're not gonna bring a budget version of the S11, and then therefore, the way to differentiate the budget model from the flagship model is that it's always going to have the previous designation alongside the Lite logo. I have to say, as much as I'm going on and on about the naming and so on, the phone itself looks pretty interesting. If the price is right, of course, price is going to be a key consideration. It's got a huge battery in it, 4,500 milliamp hours, The screen's a little bit lower resolution, but that's going to be enough for most people, 1080p type of setup. Again, if the price lines up. Snapdragon 855. What are you doing here? You got a macro lens built right onto it? What are we doing here? I don't need to have the curved display. Flat display is fine with me. The Note model actually gets a headphone jack. It keeps a headphone jack on there. So it's interesting on its own, but it lives in a universe where it's a little bit difficult to figure out which Galaxy is right for you. In a universe where it's hard to figure out which Galaxy is right for you. Kirk almost missed it, but now he's on the same page. You know, I was watching some of that Guardians of the Galaxy type of thing. Not actually that. I was actually watching, it was a Marvel movie.
Which one?
It was the latest one. It's spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. The most recent Avengers movie. Spoiler
Endgame?
alert. And yeah, I was watching Endgame.
Yeah.
I can't go into that on this show here, but I was watching Endgame, so there's Guardians things going on, and I was, you know,
Yeah.
just the universal component. They're in space. Space is happy. There's space.
Yes.
So
They go to many different galaxies.
spoiler alert. There's space in the movie. So Galaxy is, look, they could line up Guardians of the Galaxy, Samsung Galaxy collab. You put the X in the middle,
There you go.
and it's a special unboxing experience. It's twice the price, and everyone's happy.
Yeah.
And it's hand delivered by
Chris Pratt,
no,
Rocket Raccoon.
no.
Groot.
The guy who's out of shape in the movie, but now he's in Australia fighting the fires and whatnot. The Australian guy. Wait, is he Australian? Hemsworth.
Hemsworth.
I don't know if he's Australian, but he's over there dealing with the fires right now. I mean,
He's Thor.
Well, shout out to everybody in Australia who's
Yeah.
struggling. I mean, it's hard at a distance to really grasp the magnitude of it.
And New Zealand, too.
But, man, from what I can tell, that's a major one going on over there. So, shout out to everybody working on that, helping out, and whatnot, including Hemsworth. I think he gave him $1 million. I think Thor gave him $1 million.
Good.
As you would if you were Thor.
Yeah.
In the absence of the hammer and all that stuff.
He's helping out.
Galaxy phones. I'm happy about these light ones. I can accept these light ones. I don't mind these light ones. I'm not going to get mad about these light ones. You come with the price. You come with the spec. 4,500 milliamp hour. Give me the camera performance I come to expect from the S lineup. What do I care if it's got a 10 or 11? I don't care. I mean, the 11's probably going to be pretty enticing, but I think this could attract a lot of people with the right price if they can get past to the bizarre naming situation, trying to figure out which is which. They could have a lot of fun with this one. And then you got the Note series as well. Note series, I mean, they look almost identical, even though one is a Note. The camera cutout's a little bit different. You lose the macro lens on the Note series. Of course, you get the S Pen back. Strange devices, but so be it. 2020, smartphones, choices. Does this, let me ask you something, Will. Does this take some heat off of the Samsung event, or does it add some heat to the Samsung event?
The next Unpacked event.
Unpacked.
Happening February. I think it kind of takes a little bit of heat off, eh?
Really?
Yeah.
Takes a little juice out of it.
There's too many phones that...
Right. You're hitting the fatigue level on that.
Yeah, that are almost flagship.
So what did they
Lite.
do then? Should they have waited to the Unpacked event and then had these alongside?
Yeah.
Just
same
at the
with
very end of the event.
Same with the S10e.
Yeah. But you know, they want to do something in
alongside
Vegas. They're in Vegas. They can't just be at the buffets like us.
Well, they showed off a round ball.
Look, man, they got the stage. They book a whole floor in a hotel for all the people they bring. They can't be at the buffets like us.
Yeah, they're very prepared.
They got to do something when they're out there.
Yeah.
So that's what that's about. So anyway, I think they'll be just fine. I think Samsung's going to be all right.
Okay.
And who knows, in your future, Will, it might be an S10 Lite.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, who knows?
Yeah, I'm down.
It just might be.